Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Last night for Sunday Night Football, the Steelers defeated the Chiefs by the numbers. If you missed my preview video, I said look for the Steelers to win, look for Antonio Brown to catch 2 touchdowns. Both things happened. And when I was watching the game, I haven't watched that much football this year, but when I was watching this game, I noticed that Antonio Brown was wearing cleats for Arnold Palmer, who just passed last Sunday. And Arnold Palmer is born in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, where the Steelers training camp is, prior to the season where they practice. So, Arnold Palmer, connections to the Steelers. He's from Steelers country. Antonio Brown wearing his cleats last night. Let me show you what the ritual is here. And this really goes to prove and further show what I've been explaining for 3 years. Professional sports are scripted by the numbers. Athletes are ritually sacrificed for tributes to these games. This is undeniable evidence, even for the most close-minded. Arnold Palmer's birth name is Arnold Daniel Palmer. Look at this. His full name in gematria sums to 84, just like United States of America. The Twilight Zone equals 84. The name Serling, who wrote The Twilight Zone, equals 84. States 84. Jesuit 84. The owner of the Steelers is a Jesuit. The Pittsburgh Steelers are currently in their 84th season. Right now, there's the first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, who's born on a date with 84 numerology. Anyhow, last night it was Antonio Brown, number 84, who wore the Arnold Palmer cleats, who has name gematria of 84, and the game came exactly 84 days after Antonio Brown's birthday, born July 10th, 1988. Did you see last night where the Steelers caught the touchdown by number 88, and then needlessly they went for a 2-point conversion, making it an 8-point play? 88 with the touchdown, 8-point play. 8 represents the infinite loop of time. That's why in Back to the Future they travel at 88 miles per hour. Numerology. Anyhow, 84, Steelers in their 84th year, number 84, 84 days after his birthday, has a big game, wears the cleats for Arnold Palmer, who has name gematria of 84. Yesterday's game was on October 2nd. United States of America with the S exceptions, where S is worth 10 instead of 1. United States of America with the S exception sums to 102. Yesterday's game was on 10/2, October 2nd. Another special number to this nation's history. The Civil War began on the 102nd day of the year. Slavery equals 102. Hillary Clinton has 102 birth numerology, began her presidential campaign on the 102nd day of the year. Lincoln was assassinated at the end of the Civil War, dying April 15th, 1865, a date with 102 numerology. So here we are talking about American football. We're talking about an American golfer, Arnold Palmer. Steelers, the most winningest football team in the Super Bowl era. Look at the final score of this game, 43-14. Arnold Palmer sums to 57. Arnold Palmer 57, the game summing to 57 points. This is a big tribute to Arnold Palmer. The day he died, September 25th, 16, a date with 50 numerology. America equals 50, Chiefs 50, Pittsburgh 50. Chiefs in Pittsburgh. The score was at 50 points for a long time last night. Then the Chiefs got the closing touchdown to bring it to 57. Also, week 4 of the NFL season, where he got this tribute, 44 numbers connected to death. Week 4, the Arnold Palmer tribute. Week 4 began with Thursday Night Football, where the Browns defeated the Dolphins 22-7. Sum of 29, football equals 29, Ohio 29, the birthplace of football. Anyhow, that game, that day also that Lady Gaga was announced for the Super Bowl halftime, day J.J. Watt announced out for the season, the star player of the Texans who are hosting the Super Bowl. That day was 129 days to the upcoming Super Bowl. Week 4 began 129 days before the Super Bowl. America equals 129 in Jewish gematria. Arnold Palmer also has name gematria of 129. Andrew Luck has 129 birth numerology, born 12/9 in, played his high school football in Houston. Anyhow, 57, this number connected into the name Arnold Palmer, it's the number of championships. 57 equals the same thing as championship, equals the same thing as Super Bowl. World Series equals 57. You see how they line up all this? It goes to show these people are not passing naturally. They're being murdered by the numbers for the sake of an ongoing ritual involving rigged sports by the numbers. I pointed out in the preview how Sunday Night Football equals 39, Alex Smith equals 39, Big Ben equals 39. Look at these guys. Alex Smith had 287 passing yards. Ben Roethlisberger had net 287 passing yards. Antonio Brown finished with 4 receptions in Week 4 for 64 yards with 2 touchdowns. And I want to show you how those first 2 touchdowns came. I predicted before the game that he would score 2 touchdowns because that would give him a career of 42. 42, a special number to the Freemasons. The word touchdown in gematria equals 42. Antonio Brown's first 2 receptions last night were both for touchdowns for 42 yards between them. A 4-yarder and a 38-yarder. His 42nd career touchdown with 2 receptions for 42 yards. Touchdown 42, Freemason 42. The first recognized president, George Washington, a 33rd degree Master Mason. The 42nd state named after him on the Julian calendar, born on the 42nd day of the year. That's the calendar of his time. Let's close out with something about 42 and the Freemasons. The big G is the symbol of the Freemasons. Big G represents 42. The word war's 42, new 42, math 42. The Freemasons are builders, mathematicians, architects. They control the banks. They control your government. They control media. They do everything by the numbers, and they code their numbers all along the way, expecting nobody to catch on to their patterns. They say the victors write the history books, history 42, knowledge 42. Freemasons pride themselves on being the keepers of knowledge in their secret societies. New Testament equals 42. The New Testament begins with the 42 generations leading up to Jesus. The first published Bibles were called 42-line Bibles, and now you know why. New World equals 42. Think about how the New World, as we call it in our history books, was discovered by Christopher Columbus, CC, who was paid for by the Catholic Church. The CC, C's the third letter, CC 33. George Washington, 33rd degree Master Mason. Christopher Columbus called the people here who lived here Indian. Indian equals 33. Anyway, with the discovery of the New World with their new 42-line Bibles, they said that the people here were godless heathens and they deserved genocide. And now what do we have? Nation of Europeans who worship football. We were talking about 84. Read the book 1984. It says all it took to rule over the people was beer, football, and gambling. Big 84 tribute last night. 1984, a warning written right after World War II. World War has gematria 42. Touchdown 42. Hail Mary 42. Do a web search for touchdown and the number 42. See how many hits come up. Last year, the 42-yard, or what was it? Yeah, it was the 42-yard Hail Mary pass at the end of the BYU game to bring the score to 33. It's happened many times before, 42 and Hail Mary. Architect 42, Building 42, Zionism 42, Freemason 42. Again, it's your Freemasons scripting your football, ritually sacrificing your athletes, and doing it all by the numbers. Check out that 1983 song by The Police, Murder by Numbers. Until next time.